Do you believe?
Hey, yeah,
Tales from the sweat
yeah,
shop.
let's go.
These are tales from the
Yo,
sweat shop.
what's happening,
Sweat
Fifth
shop,
Booty
make your
family?
body
It's
rock.
your man, Lil
I'm
Will,
in
the
the
Fifth
booth,
Booty.
but I'm going to the
What
top.
up?
This
Yeah,
podcast better make your body tip
yeah.
top.
Hold
If
up.
you holler
Let me
happy,
make sure I'm
make
pretty
your
for the
heart
camera.
skip stop.
Let me make sure I'm looking right. Hey man, how y'all doing? This is Lil Will and the Fifth Booty. This is Tales from the Sweatshop. Happy day to you. My bad, I like to cuss. I know y'all be like, damn, Lou, can you tone down the cussing? So, okay, no problem. Happy day, happiness to you, love, peace, everything be unto you. This is Lil Will and the Fifth Booty, Tales from the Sweatshop. How are you today? Hope you're having a wonderful, genuine, prosperous, focused day. Today I'm about to go there. I'm just gonna let you know. I'm not even playing with y'all no more. At this age, I think it's time for us to be 100% real and honest. So I'm gonna share with you a new experience I've had, and it's been rather mind-blowing. And it's gonna lead to a very interesting conversation. In fact, I know y'all gonna have a lot to say about this, so give me a call, reach out to me, give me an email, llfitfoodie@gmail.com, or give me a call. Let's get you live on air. It's 323-628-6203. That is the live and direct line to Llewellyn and the Fifth Foodie, Tales from the Sweatshop. We're here on the Believe Podcast Network. We are celebrating love, life, and happiness today. And one of the keys of love, life, and happiness is, again, the how. Health, opportunity, and wealth. And one of the beautiful things about having a great, prosperous life is being healthy is you can live in abundance. And living in abundance is crazy because I've actually learned to allow myself to live in abundance. I've been learning to give myself the opportunity to be accepting of the blessings that have been coming into my life. And it's been a wonderful thing. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I've lived my life, excuse me, in a very interesting way. I've always been naturally confident, and one of the things I've always had that came from football. As an ex-football player, All-American football star, life was great. I was doing things on the football field that made me feel like I was like a child of God himself. Excuse me, like Hercules, Zeus, and everybody got together to put me together so I could hit dudes and be celebrated for that. Once I was hurt, once I became normal or mortal, and athletes, this is how you feel, right? You feel like you are next to some kind of figure to be worshipped, and then you come back to reality, right? Because you always was a normal human being, but the things you're able to do when you tone your body, when you focus your body like a tool, is amazing. And then when you lose that opportunity, you come down to earth in such a way that makes you go well, damn, what the hell do I do with my life now? So that's really where my podcast, and I hope the influence and the inspiration of what I've been doing in life to open up all these different doors, is giving you the inspiration to get off the couch, get out of your own way, get excited about who you are today, love yourself, look in the mirror and tell yourself you're the shit, because you are. Nobody else gonna tell you that, and if you don't believe it, nobody will. So believe that, know that you are great. Now here's the thing. I told you today I'm going there, and I'm gonna go there. Like I said, let me make sure that my throat is right, my look is right, make sure that I'm looking crispy, because we're gonna talk about some shit right now. So, as I told y'all, your man, Llewellyn and the Fifth Foodie, I'm over 40. I'm actually 47 now, so I have my birthday, right? Happy birthday to me. And what's funny is, something in my life I've been challenging myself with is trying to figure out how, like I said, to live in abundance, give myself the space to enjoy opportunity, give myself the allowance to enjoy the blessings that come into my life. So recently, I had an interesting experience. I met someone, and this person had such a presence that I've never really experienced in my life. And for me, it was refreshing to have somebody speak with truth, honesty, and love. And that's rare, because for me, when you meet women, when you meet men, when you hang out with people, a lot of times the facilitation of the conversation is based on something, right? Well, this person wasn't that. they were just genuine, and they were like, hey, I want you to be a better version of yourself. And then they tapped into me. And that was the most amazing thing, to have somebody tap into me, to listen to what I said, feed what I said back to me, and then bring a perspective of upliftment to drive an improvement in that conversation for me. For me, it's been like receiving rain in a desert, and it's beautiful. It feels so good, and it reminds me of a story. And this is something that I experienced about 5-6 years ago. So when I was single and dating, I kind of felt like I knew what life was about, right? I knew my role in life. I knew like how to do my thing, live my stroke, you know, be a man, all that kind of stuff, right? And I met an older woman who challenged everything I knew about what I knew about being a man. And the thing that really opened my mind, opened my eyes, and brought me to a different place of understanding was when we were having sex. And in the midst of her riding me, she gets in the position she was in, she slides down and she grabs my legs and throws my legs up in the sky. And she put her tongue in, ate my God, like she did some, like I'm telling y'all the truth. I didn't know what to do, man. I was hollering and screaming. I ain't go, I'm woo! I mean, I'm gonna lie to you, felt amazing. But I at that moment, I questioned so many things. And that's the conversation I want to have with y'all today. How many opportunities come in your life? How many things have come and happened in your life that has made you fundamentally change and think, what in the hell have I been allowing myself? What experiences have I not been allowing myself? Now, all of these things that I'm talking about have to be based in boundaries. If you don't know who you are, if you don't have boundaries, you will get led astray. Like you will be lost in this world called Earth. You gotta have boundaries. You gotta know who you are. Like for me, I'm a heterosexual male. I like, love, lust for, dream about, to women. So there's no question in my mind that I would never be interested or involved with a man, right? Men flirt with me or whatever, women flirt with me, I don't really care. Like I like to be held in the eye of being attractive, right? So I like attention, but I like attention from the person I want it from, not everybody, right? But that's the kind of nuance of life that I had to learn. Like all attention ain't good attention. So now I want attention from the people that have a genuine interest in me, whether you're a man or a woman. But that's where the boundary comes in to know what you're willing to do and accept. With a man, I'm willing to accept like being homies and kicking it, having lunch and getting to know each other, right? And being cool and just uplifting each other and feeding each other like as men should. In this society, we seem to not know how to balance like how to be a man and communicate as men and share intimate things that we actually deal with. Like what is happening in our health life, why your ain't working right, why you have hemorrhoids, what the hell do you do about this gout, your feet are killing you. I haven't seen my 30 years. How do I fix that, bro? I mean, a lot of times as older men and growing up as men, we lose that comfort. And these are things that I had when I was growing up playing football. Like, we would talk about everything. I mean, running around with a whole bunch of dudes naked anyway, taking showers. Sometimes you did, sometimes you didn't. But for the most part, wasn't nobody looking at nobody's junk. It was really all about we're men and have this camaraderie. And when you sit in the locker room getting dressed, you're talking about all kind of stuff. And sometimes you would have very intimate conversations with those that you had a good relationship with. Now, women, there's much more open opportunity to discuss all the intimate things going on in your life with men or with women, or the fact that women have this duality going on where they love the tension and the sexual pressure from being around a woman, but aren't necessarily interested in being intimate or having a sexual experience. Whether they're convinced of that is a whole different conversation. But men, if you get into that tension, that pressure, it's automatically thinking that you're gay. And it's like, we gotta like do better in our conversations and interactions. And this is why I try to be more accepting and open about the people that I talk to and deal with. First of all, my mom's gay anyway, so I've had an experience that a lot of black men haven't had anyway growing up with a mom in the early days of gay people being in San Francisco and the Bay Area and just throughout California. Mom's had a rough time with it, but I had to grow up with her through that. And through that experience, I learned and saw so much. My dad was a beast. He wasn't feeling that, like, at all. But he grew up eventually and he accepted her for who she was. But early on, he was devastated. And that affected me to the point where I wasn't able to communicate and accept everything that came into my life. Now, one of the blessings of my mother being gay was that I was exposed to all different flavors and lives of people, men and women in different transitions of life, from, you know, being gay for real, all the way to learning to be gay because they were coming out of the closet, to wrestling with it. And I'm a young black man growing up with a dad in the hood playing football, and then I come home with my mom and see this, and my mind was just blown. But that led to me questioning what the reality and the role of men and women and the interplay of those relationships. And now at this age, I can look back and say, I learned more from being around gay people, from communication and being comfortable with who they are, than I ever did being around my dad. And the reason why I say that is my dad, in the early years, had a one-way mindset. It was more about, this is how I'm supposed to be, this is who we're supposed to be and portray. Being around my mom, it was more about the discovery of who they were and what they were trying to be. So that was kind of interesting to me because I was always quirky and weird, right? Like, I was playing football, beating dudes up, but then I liked video games and I was a nerd and I was like figuring out how to do computers. So I didn't really have a lot to communicate with like the hood dudes who were good at football because I didn't relate to that. I wasn't a street dude. I was in the streets, living in the streets, being in the streets, trying to be a badass, and thank God my life changed. But that wasn't who I was at the core. And this is where it really gets back to the how. Health, opportunity, and wealth. Knowing who you are at the core of who you are really begins from when you was like 10, 11, 12, 6. You know who you are. I've been known that I love women. I was looking at like 3 years old. I mean, ain't nothing changed now. I'm 47, I still love. So knowing who you are is important. And this is why when I had this new experience with this woman, she threw my legs in the air and I swear to God, like the neighbors probably knew who the I was after that. And here's the crazy thing about it. I felt guilty. I felt guilty for enjoying that experience. Like, it wasn't like the typical, oh, am I gay? Or like, oh, all that kind of stuff, right? Like, I'm way beyond that kind of thing. Like, my mind is way more developed than that. Like, you can enjoy things that are intimate and not be gay. The point I'm getting at, though, is I'm not going to let nobody ram no but to let her lick my is pretty exciting. Like, I ain't going to lie. I don't want no penetration. But for her to put her tongue in my is pretty dope. Now, you can't just run up on all women that you date and be like, yeah, let's have sex, and then during that situation, ask her, put your tongue in my that fucking work, fam. Like, it's always gonna be a woman's discretion, or man, depending on what you're doing. But it's a woman's discretion to want to expose herself and give herself to you. And here's the funny thing I've learned. For any woman to be so comfortable that they would do that to you without asking or you even expecting it, there's a level of love, respect, admiration, and caring there that I never respected as a younger man. Now, there are days that I wish I had that. So I want y'all to know, as an OG, as an older man, learn to respect the gift of the relationship you're in now. And then be honest. Learn how to grow that, and that may develop into something that you may love and cherish forever. Or it may be like, yo, this ain't my thing, and you move on. But that's the part of growth and conversation, and that's where health comes into play. Because if you're healthy and you feel good about yourself, you're not really so self-conscious. Like, I've been self-conscious my whole life, and that's because I was overweight, way overweight. But I used that overweightness to play football, and that's where I excelled, so I was able to cover that up. Once you strip away all of the other distractions and you have to deal with who you are, the only thing you can do is grow. You can go up or down. And I'm not a quitter. I don't fail at nothing. So therefore, I'm finna go up. I'm gonna grow. I'm gonna blow. This is why I believe that one day my podcast is going to like change the world, and we're gonna have a new experience, and we're gonna talk about love and health and peace, and have kicking sessions and still drink and enjoy life, but still be healthy and live in a better way that shares that experience with our children and the people we live with in our community. If we had more health, if we had more love, if we had more communication, if we had more understanding, then I don't think we'd have so many problems. Like, honestly, health, opportunity, and wealth really is the thread of what's going to build, I think, a better community in this world. Like, one of the things that bugs me about living in America is you see so many messages about fast food or doing things quickly, but you don't hear a lot of messages about self-love. You don't hear a lot of messages about accepting who you are today. And when you start to speak in that way, a lot of times, well, people change and twist that against you. And what I want everybody to do going forward is to take the example I'm trying to give you, which is getting ate is awesome. Just be real with you, all right? So when you're having sex with your woman, open up your mind, open up your experiences, but also be comfortable with who you are and love yourself. Get healthy, get well, learn how to talk, and be comfortable with those experiences. And when you do that, you're going to be the best version of yourself. And that's all you got to give. So hey, I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you're willing to experience different things in life. Remember, know your boundaries, know who you are, know how to be a better version of yourself by using health, opportunity, and wealth. And those are the keys that are going to lead you to a whole better experience in life. Hey, I'm Llewellyn the Fifth Foodie. I love speaking to you. Always remember, follow me on my TikTok, follow me on Instagram, Facebook. Give me a call at 323-628-6203. Email me at llewellynthefifthfoodie@gmail.com. And remember to follow me, spread the word, spread the love, and remember, you are the shit. Believe in yourself. I believe in you. Have a great day. And as always, I'm going to see you next time. Deuces.
Do you believe?